Callie Finn, welcome back. We are counting down the top 10 best moments in women's sports this year, and there were so many, too many to count. And so now we have made it to number 4, and it is none other than Katie Ledecky. And let me tell you, this was actually really hard because she four-peats in the 800-meter freestyle, but she also won her 1500-meter freestyle, which is her race. Like, that's her signature race. And she set an Olympic record. And she has the world record, but she set an Olympic record, right? So it was really hard. I guess I should have maybe did a tie, but it was really hard. But the reason I picked the 800-meter freestyle as the fourth is because she said it meant the most to her. Like, this is the one that really meant a lot to her because it's really hard to four-peat. Yeah. And she was challenged in this one. She was pushed, like she won, but she was pushed more than she probably typically is, so it was a really, really great, race. And also, she said April 3rd, which is the first time she won way back in like 2012.
August
She
3rd.
raced again on 2000. I'm sorry, when? Did I
August
say the
3rd.
wrong year? Oh yeah. So, but she didn't want it. She didn't want that date. If she lost or didn't win gold for some reason, then she wouldn't like that date. So she put a lot of pressure on herself to win this one, and she does it. She completes the four-peat, but also, again, I just want to shout out her 1500-meter freestyle where no one was near her when she ended. Like, she ended the race and like literally she's looking around waiting for people to catch her. I mean, what else can you say about Katie Ledecky?
Yeah, I mean, I think what more you can say about Katie Ledecky is maybe we need to start thinking about, these conversations that we have about the GOAT and swimming. Because a lot of times we talk about Michael Phelps, but like maybe we need to be
I like where you're going.
I'm just saying, because okay, let's think of it this way. First woman ever, and then second after Michael Phelps to four-peat in an individual Olympic event, the 7th overall to do it. She's the most golden female Olympic swimmer in history with 9 gold medals. Like, just for gold medals by any woman in any Olympic sport, she's tied with a Soviet gymnast. Like, at some point we got to start having that conversation about the GOAT swimmer. And this is no shade to Michael Phelps, obviously. I'm sure Michael Phelps is rooting for her. You know what I'm saying? But I think we might have to talk after these next Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, listen, she leaves that Olympics as the most decorated female Olympian from the United States. She is in a 5-way tie with a number of Olympians for second most gold medals ever, only second to Michael Phelps. So she's in that 5-way second place, and Michael Phelps has the most. But she is, again, you know, it's definitely worthy, I think, of a discussion depending on what she does at the next Olympics. And she said she right now is planning to. She's not ruling out that next Olympics, Callie. So there was a moment at the Olympics, this little girl where Katie Ledecky waved to her. I don't know if you remember this viral moment, and the little girl went crazy, like just like losing her mind, like, like the way like rock star status. And it was just such an amazing, great moment to capture and see. We love to see young women, children, little girls having women to look up to and aspire to be like. So congratulations to Katie Ledecky, man. I mean, what an awesome career. And it's still going, but definitely the GOAT female swimmer, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's fair for me to say that, isn't it?
100%. 100%.
Okay. Well, let's talk about another GOAT at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Simone Biles. And listen, at this point, Callie, 3, 2, 1 were like very hard for me. Like, I could hear arguments about what should be 3, 2, 1, and we're not going to get into number 2 and number 1 here. But yes, like if people get upset at, like, I had to convince Callie, guys. So if you get upset about Simone coming in at number 3. It was hard, but I think it's the right place. And really, it's USA Gymnastics, right? Reclaiming their gold, right? They called it a redemption tour. I don't think anyone on that team needed redemption, and certainly not Simone Biles. But after the Tokyo Olympics, they did not get gold. We all know the story. Simone Biles didn't finish competing, citing mental health, and there became a whole conversation around it. And so to see her come back and win this gold along with others and help Team USA get back on top, it was great to watch, Callie.
Yeah, I love talking about Simone Biles as the GOAT because she is someone who embraces that conversation so much.
Yes.
Like she was wearing after events, we would see her put on a GOAT. It's like a what do you even call it? Like a blinged out GOAT necklace after competing. And she was like appointment viewing, and not just her, but like Jordan Childs, Suni Lee, like there were other athletes after they were competing, making sure that they were in the stands to watch this group because they were so exciting. I mean, these are superstars. And we mentioned Simone Biles, her story overcoming the twisties and just mental health and all of that in the Tokyo Olympics. But it wasn't just her. I mean, Suni Lee, this is her second gold medal. And she thought maybe she'd never be able to compete again because she was dealing with kidney disease. 2 separate kidney diseases, if that's correct. So I think
Yes,
that's
incurable. That's what she was diagnosed with. She's never given the specifics on what it is, but she stopped competing in college for that reason, and it was to take
yeah.
care of her health. So to be back on this stage to get the team gold and go on and get another medal, I mean, she's so cute. I love me some Suni Lee.
Yeah, I mean, she's I mean, cute is the one thing. She's fierce. She's a competitor. She
She
is, I
is
mean, she is not to be played with clearly. And I think even the same
at
thing,
all.
right? And same thing
And
with Jordan
I'm not trying to
Childs.
disrespect her either when I say
No,
cute.
no, no. I know I completely understand that. I mean, I understand what you're saying 100%. And I think even I don't know, I think this was probably one of the most like moving groups. I mean, there are so many stories that can make you emotional through these Olympics, but I do think that these women, even watching Jordan Childs and her floor routine when she finished that and just burst into tears after, like that's something I'll never forget. Got her first Olympic gold medal um through that competition. I mean, there was just so much, and it was really really fun to watch. I mean, even their sportsmanship throughout the whole thing, the way that they were giving tens and flowers to other athletes and things like that, so you can't write it better. Like they were really fun to watch, and I understand why you have like women's basketball players, men's basketball players, and Michael Phelps retired, like coming to watch them. Like I would have loved to see it.
Yeah, for sure. And I what one of the things I really loved about this Olympics from Simone Biles, as she was now, I guess, the veteran of the group, older. And I mean, she's been a veteran before, but like she really sat in like the idea of her being older and competing and but like you said, she embraces the whole GOAT conversation, has always been confident about that. But it was also the way she protected and spoke and celebrated her teammates, calling out subtly or not so subtly people who talked about the team, maybe suggested they were lazy, not everyone was
Mm,
worthy of having their spot.
yeah,
She
I almost forgot about that
really,
whole
there was
subplot, but that
a lot of
was real.
shade,
Yeah.
and there was some fun stuff too. I remember because I helped work with the social media team for the Olympics, and I remember before she competed, I can't remember which event because she does so many, but like she just clearly got her hair straightened, whatever, and she like put up a video in her Instagram story, and she's just like, listen, so y'all can see my hair is done, because people like to whatever criticize her about her hair, and it was so funny. So like I did like a post, and I was like, not too much on Queen Simone's hair, and like people really loved it, and she's showing us so much of her personality. We know over this time, she got married, she's in a relationship, she looks amazing every time you see her at these football games, on top of
Right.
always just looking amazing when she's competing. So just watching her mature as a woman, like it was nice to see the maturation and how it played out and how she shared it with us at this Olympics. So that was something I really enjoyed as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and that's a good point. I didn't really think of that, but you mentioned maturing as a woman. She is kind of breaking barriers as an older gymnast. I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but that's, I mean, gymnasts are typically very young. That's been the standard. Normally people talk about like 16 being like the prime of a gymnast's career, and she's well past that and still killing it. I've seen other women athletes say that they have looked to her as like inspiration for continuing.
27.
27. 27. So arguably some would say like 10 over 10 years past her prime, if that's the way that you view it. And clearly she's not, because she's continuing to kill it.
Facts. Well, she is the GOAT, undisputed. And I don't know. I hope she does come to LA. I really hope she does the next games. I feel like she can. You know, she's like in that realm with like Michael Phelps, right? Where like he could come back later and you're still just so much better than everyone else, you know? And so I hope it happens, but I look forward to continuing to watch this group. And we can watch Jordan Childs now. She went back to UCLA, so she's so
Yay.
fun. Really love her. So yeah, shout out to Team USA Women's Gymnastics. You reclaimed your gold. You completed your redemption tour, and everyone loves you. You guys are some of the most favorite Olympic athletes, like that everyone loves to watch. Kudos. All right, Callie, we're down to our top two. So we're going to end this right here. If you haven't watched everything so far, we are counting down the top 10. So you want to make sure you come back and find out who got our final two spots in this top 10. Thanks, Callie.